Hello. Welcome. Bleh. Welcome to Crazy Ewoks live stream of Guild Wars Eye of the North. Yeah. I guess we've been playing through Guild Wars, and I guess last stream was my very first stream going into Eye of the North, and today's a second stream. And I didn't really get that far. I think I got detoured a little bit by a chatter. Even though it was actually kind of fun playing with someone. I don't know. It's a little bit different than how I imagined this live series will go. So if people are watching the VODs, there's like a whole section in the previous stream that wasn't related to Isle of the North or anything at all. It's just me being greedy and wanting to unlock like a specific map area in Kaineng City, in that area. And I had the opportunity, so I had to just like jump on top of it. But let's log in. So yeah, this week has some exciting news about Guild Wars. At first, I guess, should I talk? Yeah, I kind of want to talk about it. I do have it on a browser because I was looking at it, and I do want to mention it here on my live stream today, just to kind of like timestamp this live stream, just to see how interesting this will age. What I say would age. But yeah, let me bring up the browser here. Some interesting news, right? So this is the Guild Wars 2 website. I guess it's their news website. And it says, announcing Guild Wars Reforged. When I first saw this news, I immediately assumed it was like they're redoing this game. They're gonna do like a modernized, maybe like a remake version of Guild Wars' story, and it's gonna be amazing. And I let my imagination get away. And I thought they're gonna it's gonna be a completely new game. You can start from zero again. They're gonna improve in a lot of the systems. They're gonna do all this crazy stuff, all the stuff we've been asking for, all the stuff I've been complaining about throughout all my live streams of this game. They're gonna fix it all. That's what, for some reason, when they said this, that's what I thought of. A lot of people was kind of scared of just the reforged word, because apparently when Blizzard reforged Warcraft 3, it was kind of a disaster. But I don't know, this word I don't really associate like negativity to this word. And in some sense, it almost feels like Guild Wars, this like tongue-in-cheek jab at like Warcraft, right? Because if I remember correctly, the original like story is that a lot of Blizzard devs back in the days did not really like the direction of World of Warcraft was going with subs and stuff. So they kind of split off, and then they created ArenaNet to build the original Guild Wars. So them just kind of like using the same terminology as Warcraft 3 Reforged is like kind of funny. But I don't know, I have to say my initial reaction after actually learning about what this was a little bit on the disappointing side. But it could be because I'm super biased, because I am can I say I'm a veteran? I don't know. What do you call a person who like played a game for a long time, but I like a casual veteran? I don't know, where I never really like got really big into it, where I like grinded out titles or fought in the PvP or did everything in hard mode or joined guilds and did guild battles, or I don't know, just did end game content and grinded out end game. Like I never did that, but I am like a big fan of the franchise. So maybe I'm just biased, but I guess we can kind of read through this. This year we've been grateful to celebrate the 20th anniversary. This is when I started my live streams of this game. The 20th anniversary actually brought me back into this game. It like pumped me up with so much nostalgia that I decided to stream it on my channel, and I've been having fun ever since. So it was really fun to revisit this game. But yeah, ever since then, I guess, of the launch of Guild Wars Prophecies and the start of the Guild Wars franchise, spurred on by the wonderful community response of our April anniversary celebration. Maybe I should make this bigger, actually. Does that help? Whoa, they have some good CSS. As a fellow kind of sort of web developer, I know, I guess I don't really call myself a web developer, but I do have experience with web development. But as a fellow person who understands this kind of development, I accidentally clicked on the picture. It looks really nice. But I am impressed of how they did their CSS. Like, if I do this thing, this element here, when I zoom in, it like disappears. I guess it gets pushed down to the bottom, maybe? Ah, yeah, it gets... Wait, maybe not. Is this it right here? It gets put down here instead. Really, really nice. Responsive design. And, yeah. Where was I? Spurred on by the wonderful community's response to our April anniversary celebration, we're excited to announce Guild Wars Reforged, which will be available on December 3rd. Hey, that's really soon, actually. That's like next month. That's like in like a couple of weeks. But, yeah. Actually, when I saw this, I immediately knew it was Devona. Actually, maybe that's not Devona. I assumed it was Devona because of the hammer and the warrior and the blonde hair. So I automatically assumed this was Devona, but I feel like if other people who don't really know the Guild Wars franchise, to look at this and think it's like a generic, like, fantasy mobile game ad or something like that. I don't know. I guess Devona's character design isn't, like, iconic like you would think some of the other characters that are more iconic out there. Just like a generic warrior lady with a big weapon is, I don't know. Maybe this will, I don't know. Maybe I don't know if Devona is even that big of a character in the game itself. So that's just a little bit weird that they decide. Maybe Devona was supposed to be a big character in Prophecies, but the way I've played it with heroes and henchmen, I kind of lost the opportunity. But at the same time, I think that's the complaint that I had while I was playing. They didn't really have a whole lot of quests involved with these people outside of pre-searing. And we kind of like drop off their storyline, so we don't really get to learn or spend much time about them, learn about them all that much. Which is a little bit sad. Maybe they'll add more... That's one of the things. When I read through this, it seemed like they're kind of wishy-washy. They're just saying, like, there might be more stuff coming, but it might be dependent on whether this release is actually popular or not, whether they decide to actually continue to add more content. It's been really vague. But as it stands now, it sounds like there isn't going to be, like, content updates to the game. They're just changing things. Actually, I'm kind of getting ahead of myself, I think. I guess I can kind of say what I believe is happening. They're gonna officially release like a Steam Deck version. Well, not a Steam Deck version, but like it's like Steam Deck verified, and there's going to be like official Steam like controller settings, like X input settings, not just Steam controller, just like any kind of regular X input controller. There's going to be like default button mappings, which is kind of interesting because there isn't a whole lot of buttons in this game, to be honest. You can use, I don't know, I actually don't know what the mappings are, but I can imagine like control stick, left control stick is to walk around, right control stick is to move the camera, and maybe you use the shoulder buttons or something to kind of switch between which set of skills you can use, and then without any of the shoulder buttons held down, maybe the A, B, X, Y is like for picking things up or targeting or something. I don't know how inventory management is going to be. Is there like going to be some way to, I guess I can kind of like move the mouse to select things, or will they add like some functionality that lets you like use a control stick or the D-pad to select things, pick it up, and then like move it around also with the D-pad or something? I don't know. That's gonna be up in the air. But I can also imagine like the D buttons being like your inventory, your hero menu, or your quest log. I'm like trying to show it behind the browser. So I don't know how that's gonna work. I don't think I'll ever decide to play this game on a controller, since I am just used to mouse and keyboard all these years. But I can imagine that a lot of new people might like to just boot this game up on their Steam Deck and just play it. I imagine that'd be okay. Hopefully. I'm kind of all over the place with this. I guess I haven't really thought through how I wanted to like talk about this. But yeah, there's like a Steam thing. It almost feels like it's very Steam centric, the whole reason for this. But they did say they are going to add more quality of life kind of things to the UI. So that's the one thing I'm looking forward to. And I guess, like I said in the beginning, I thought this was like a standalone thing. But apparently this is just like an update to the Guild Wars client. And the way I imagine it is one day I'm going to click on the regular Guild Wars launch like client. And instead of it showing Eye of the North, I guess I can get rid of the browser. I can go to character select. Instead of it being Eye of the North, maybe this background will change to like a Reforged or something like that. And that's what I imagine. And maybe your like login screen will be like a Reforged login screen or something as well. That's kind of how I think it will be, but it'll still be within this client, because the way what they say is that if you already have the game, then you don't have to buy anything. This is really an update to the client. But yeah, I think that kind of sums it up, but let's keep reading, I guess. We believe that even with all the advancements and innovations of the last 2 decades, Guild Wars has a lot to offer. An enchanted world of limitless adventure, a deep and flexible skill-based combat system. Oh yeah, another thing they're adding is like higher resolution icons for each skill, which is, to me, I don't really care too much. I hope they just actually just high-res the skills and not like remake the art, because I don't know, the skills is like kind of iconic to me at this point, like the design of the skill icons. PvE and PvP challenges of all types and more. Guild Wars Reforged begins with a series of updates to Guild Wars that will be completely free to exist. Completely free to existing players. So one day I'll log in, it'll say like, oh, there's a new client, I'll download it, I'll log in, and all these updates will be available to me. But for new players, I guess there's going to be a new package that they can just buy. So yeah, it's still the same. It's not like a Final Fantasy VII remake or anything like that. It's like just an update to the client. And make it easier than ever for new players to experience it all firsthand. Should we watch this? I don't want to expand. I don't want to. We'll just leave it here. Remember how it all started. I actually don't have a lot of emotional connection to the initial like Guild Wars trailer that we just saw, like these cutscenes. That's not what sold me to the game, I guess. Okay, this is actually pretty short of a little teaser. Remember how it all started? I remember seeing these and it never really connected to Guild Wars. The only reason why I got into Guild Wars really because of my friends. So that was word of mouth more than anything. So I never really paid attention to promotional materials or anything back in the day. So I never associated this trailer that's being referenced here as Guild Wars. Wonder if everyone will now have the imp at under level 20. Oh yeah, I don't have that because I'm one of the original people that actually like bought each campaign as they came out. Actually, I bought Prophecies, but at the time Factions already came out. And then I had so much fun playing with my friends, I immediately got Factions afterwards. And then I believe like a few months later, like Nightfall came out for me, because I believe they're not even like a year apart, the releases between each campaign, which is pretty crazy of a development cycle. I will put you on screen, actually. Welcome. I'm just talking about the news right now. I don't normally talk about the news, but this is so exciting to me that I thought it would be fun to kind of cover it. But what was this next thing? Experience it like never before. I don't know, this doesn't look any different to me. Can I make this bigger? This is, whoa! Okay, that does not help. I pressed the full screen button and it kind of broke OBS. But it doesn't look much difference to me if this is what is supposed to, all the new advancements supposed to make it look. It doesn't, I don't know. The graphics don't look any different. And yeah, the big thing is Steam Deck verified. So new low price, support for controllers and high DPS displays. Okay, so they're gonna have higher resolution and probably better frame rates, maybe high like frame rates. Well, I guess it should have like pretty stable frame rates at this point, right? Enhanced audio and UI. So that's the one thing that I'm kind of excited about. What kind of quality of life UI would they have? One thing I'm hoping for is like the heroes menu and the party menu be like revamped so that you can look at your heroes like inventory and builds and stuff without actually having to add them to the team. But this is one thing that's like got me curious what kind of things they're going to be adding to the game. Like all these other, like new low price doesn't really affect me since I already have the game. I'm playing it on, I feel like, a pretty high DPI display as it is, and it looks fine to me, so I don't really care about that. I'm gonna continue to play it on mouse and keyboard since I'm used to that. I don't even really want to try and play it on controller, so that doesn't affect me either. Enhanced audio, I don't really know what that would entail, but that I'm not really too interested about that. It's the UI, I guess, is the most interesting. Rendering refinements. Again, looking at like this, I don't really see much difference. So maybe they added more like filtering or better anti-aliasing. Maybe there's like some AI. I don't know what is it called, the DLSS or whatever, to help with like getting rid of jankies and stuff. Maybe, I don't know. This has always been a thing, so which is why like someone like me can come back into the game like a decade later and just like pick up where I left off immediately and not have any stress about having like this subscription anxiety where it's like, oh no, I'm at the end of my subscription, I should make use of it as much as possible, which is one thing that I really like about this game. Yeah, this trailer is so weird. Okay, anyway. To make this project possible, we partnered with 2 Weeks, a small team formed in 2024 from former ArenaNet staff. The 2 Week team has more than 14 years of combined experience. So if they have like 20 people, then their combined experience is like less than a year each person. I guess it really depends how many people work for 2 weeks, right? That's an interesting word they used there. Working on the original Guild Wars at ArenaNet, bringing invaluable insights and passion to this project. We can't wait for you to play and experience it. The first update you can look forward to. So they specifically say here, the first update. So that implies more updates, right? But at the same time, like if you think about Halo Infinite, right? It's supposed to have been infinite, just keeps getting more and more updates for at least 10 years, I think is what they promised. But that's Microsoft. But then now, like they're closing that, they're stopping updates for that, and it's only been like a couple of years. So roadmaps is attractive and nice and all, but I don't know how much trust you can put towards that. New low bundled price. Guild Wars Reforged brings prophecies, factions, and night. Wait, what? I guess I did read this earlier, but didn't click until now that I'm actually in Eye of the North. But Isle of the North is not a part of this. I wonder why. Wouldn't it be nice if they just packaged all of Guild Wars together? I wonder why they decided against just packaging all the story stuff together. I guess that would have to include like the bonus mission pack, which I have not experienced yet, and Guild Wars Beyond. I think Guild Wars Beyond might be free? I don't know. I actually don't know anything about the story after Isle of the North and whether it costs money or not. Actually, bonus mission pack, I know for sure costs money because I bought it during the 20th anniversary sale. But I don't know about Guild Wars Beyond. Everyone who has all 3 main campaigns should get the /bonus in your view. Yeah, that's what I think too. But if I /bonus, I guess I showed it in my prophecies playthrough, right? I /bonus and I don't get the that imp, but I do get like all the other weapons and stuff out of it. Maybe they'll update that. I don't know. It'll be fun if they do. Then it'll give a lot of people incentive to start new characters too, like a lot of veterans. Maybe they can play with like that aspect of the game again, get together with their friends, do a whole new like playthrough, take advantage of that imp. If you have purchased even one of the 3 campaigns, all of them will be unlocked. Hey, I guess that's a thing. If you have only one of them, you only bought Prophecies a long time ago, they're just gonna straight up give you the other 2 at whatever price you paid for back then. And of course, there's no subscription fee, so that's the thing they seem to be leaning on quite a bit. Hardware compatibility. Guild Wars Reforged is Steam Deck verified and has support for modern controllers. The UI has also been redesigned with larger text option, which is the one thing I keep saying, like, I don't even know if people are watching my streams on their phones and their smartphones, I doubt they can read like what is actually being like listed on like the text and stuff for quests and whatnot. Which is kind of cool, I guess. With larger text options and the game has support for high DPI displays. Visual and audio update, dynamic sky bloom effects, new ambient occlusion and lighting. Ooh, lighting updates. Maybe that's why I didn't notice too much, because those are all kind of subtle, and you don't really look out for those things actively. But then when it's passively in the background and you don't really notice it, it's one of those things where you only notice it if they do it bad, and if you don't notice it, it means they're doing a good job, kind of thing. So maybe that's why I feel like these like screenshots and stuff don't look any different. It's because they actually made it look better, but in my mind, it's just like it doesn't look that much different. Oh, okay, so they added a bunch of screenshots here. Maybe if I open image in new tab, can I like zoom in? I guess they are kind of like high resolution pictures. It's not really coming through on my browser here because I'm kind of have it smaller. It's not taking up my entire screen. And of course, like YouTube probably compresses and changes the quality of these things as well. Try/bonus again after the update. Oh yeah, I think I will try that just to see what happens. Looks like they are trying to draw new players with controller support and some visual audio improvements. Yeah. Hopefully it does say the first update, right? So hopefully as people like get more interested in Guild Wars, because I don't know, because some of the other MMOs maybe are not doing as well. I think the recent news is that Amazon's MMO, New World, died, or is dying. It's getting like end of life by the end of 2026. A lot of people kind of flooded into Guild Wars 2 at the exact same moment that a new expansion came out for Guild Wars 2 as well. So it kind of like came together really well for now. Now like Guild Wars 2 has a pretty even population everywhere, it seems like. I've been playing Guild Wars 2 a lot. I know you probably don't want to hear it, Tar Heel, but I really like Guild Wars 2 right now. It's been pretty fun. I guess there's still user friendliness. In addition to the updated UI that allows easier navigation, Guild Wars Reforged brings a new quest tracking system and an on-screen control guide. So I don't know how this is gonna look like. I feel like the in-game, maybe this will actually like list out quest chains and stuff. I don't know, because right now the way the quest tracking works is that it's just in a big menu, and then on the mini map there's like a arrow or a starburst where you need to go, right? So I wonder what kind of updates this is gonna feel like when we actually see the update. Boo at the 2. No, it's actually pretty decent. The game is pretty decent. On December 3rd, when the game updates go live, you'll also see the update logo previewed at the top of this post. So this is the logo, I guess. Guild Wars Reforged with the fiery dragon sword on super fire in the background. On our website, and Steam storefront. Guild Wars has grown as a game and a franchise since the beginning of 2005, and we thought this was a fitting opportunity to introduce a more modern look for our beloved classic. These updates will take effect for all players. The new Reforged edition does not contain exclusive content or updates. So that's the thing I think I read before, where it's just like there isn't new story or content or updates or anything. So that doesn't mean... I wonder if that means if there's new, like, item. That will probably no new items, no new skills, no new heroes or henchmen or anything like that, so... Which is a little bit on the disappointing side. It would be cool if they decided, like, oh, all the henchmen now are also heroes, or something like that. I don't know. Actually, maybe that would be too rigged. And if they didn't revamp the heroes UI, maybe that'll also bloat it as well. Because if I get rid of the browser here for a second, and I go into the heroes panel here, or the party panel, like, there's already just like a huge list that you had to look through, which is not easy to find your character sometimes. You just gotta be like, where's the character I'm looking for? Oh, Gwen. Well, actually, I have Gwen now. I don't think I built her yet. No, she's still... I just unlocked her at the end of last stream, I believe. But, yeah. Go back to the browser. We'll finish this off. But it simplifies the choice of what to purchase for new players. I feel like it doesn't simplify the choice, though, because the Guild Wars trilogy is already a thing, isn't it? As long... Like, trilogy didn't include Isle of the North. So, couldn't you not just have straight up bought the trilogy on Steam and it'll be effectively the same? I don't know. I guess as a person who already owned the game for so long, I never really thought about how new players kind of get their first foot into the game. But I always thought the trilogy was just straight up, you buy, you get all 3 campaigns. But I might be wrong there. And Guild Wars Reforged isn't about a one-time update. We plan to keep collaborating with our partners at 2 weeks to make further improvements to the game in the future. If you've ever filled up your Hall of Monuments, there's no better time to get started. 2 weeks, can you hire me? I know computer stuff. Actually, no, I don't know game devs, so I don't know if I'm, like, qualified for a position. But I can learn, right? As long as you teach, I'll learn. Let me put some fun stuff into the game, too. Anyway, that's like a kind of a pipe dream, right? To work on the game that you've played for so many years, that you have so much fond memories of. We've been thrilled to share the world of Tyria with you all for the last 20 years, and we're excited to be renewing our commitment to the game. Renewing our commitment, eh? Those are some strong words here. Starting December 3rd, and continuing on into the future, to see Guild Wars Reforged in action and hear from both 2 weeks and ArenaNet developers. That's interesting that they're specifically calling out the separation between ArenaNet and 2 weeks. Like they're partnered to do this and not like this is like a team inside ArenaNet. So I don't know, like IP wise, it is ArenaNet that has control of like the story and stuff, right? So is there any like, is there gonna have to be collaboration if for what, let's pretend like a year from now Guild Wars is like super popular, it's going strong, and ArenaNet is like, oh, we're gonna add some crazy Guild Wars 1 story, we're gonna add a new expansion with a whole new like map area, new heroes, new whatever, blah 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 blah. Will they need to like get ArenaNet staff to write the stories, and then the 2 weeks people have to implement and put that into the game, or will there be some transfer in IP and power so that 2 weeks can just be independent and do everything themselves? I don't know. That's going to be an interesting thing to keep an eye on, I think. Join us tomorrow, November 19th, which is today actually, at our Twitch channel at 11 a.m. Pacific time. I guess this passed already. For a special live stream hosted by one of our partners, Laranity. Unfortunately, I don't follow content creators all too much for Guild Wars, so I don't know who that is. To stay on top of Guild Wars Reforged news, update your newsletter preference and be sure to select Guild Wars. Okay, So yeah, this is it. This is the story that's kind of been shaking up the Guild Wars community. So yeah, maybe we'll see even more people in the game now. Won't that be fun? Okay. How long have I been streaming for? All that stuff. All that stuff took me 30 minutes. 2 equals poo. The 20th anniversary had everything. That was the purchase. Maybe that was a one-time thing. The 20th anniversary had everything. That was the purchase. Maybe that was a one-time thing. Oh yeah, the 20th anniversary did have like a special like packaging, right, of everything for like one price. You get like all 3 campaigns out of the North, bonus mission pack, I guess Guild Wars Beyond as well, and like a whole bunch of other stuff, right? Like a bunch of like character slots and bank tabs and just like a bunch of like get you started kind of thing. Maybe, I don't know. I unfortunately, since I already have the game, that stuff kind of just, I didn't even pay attention to it. I just paid attention to the big deal. That's when I got my character slot to create this character actually, and I believe I got 1 or 2 bank tabs or Zenlai chest tabs at the time as well, and that was about it. Oh yeah, I also picked up the bonus mission pack because it was also on like super sale, which I didn't have unlocked on my account. So I do have that information, or I do have that content. I just haven't played it yet. Beyond is free. Ah, okay, that makes sense. Beyond is the one that you talk to, I think, in like Commandant and the other port cities. There's like a bunch of scribes you talk to, or is that related to the bonus mission pack? I don't know. Like I said, anything after Alden North was when I kind of like stopped playing the game. So coming back to it now, that's the stuff I haven't had a lot of experience with. But yeah. Oh, I guess we can, I believe we are going to just do probably Northern Allies. That's kind of what my plan is today. We'll kind of push that quest and see where it leads. I think actually, in between last stream and this stream, I cleaned up my inventory. I had the Nightfall book for completing all the missions. On normal mode, I just turned that in right before the stream started. Actually, I was just kind of cleaning things up. I also picked up what do you call it? A bunch of the skills. I think the big one was atrophy that I was interested in. Actually, I found my skill bar now. And I was actually thinking, is this the person you talked to get the books for this area? Oh yeah, it is. Oh wait. Hiya! Are you William? Ascalon needs the help of any willing hands we can find. And if you lend your skills to the cause, your reputation will increase among the Ebon Vanguard. More, if you provide me with written evidence of what you have done in Ascalon's name, I'll tell other members of the Vanguard about your glorious deeds. If you increase your reputation enough, you can even earn hero skill points, which you can spend to teach your heroes new skills. I need the written evidence, right? So I probably won't be doing any dungeons, so I don't think I need that one. I'll just grab this one. Yeah. We can do that. Something like that. So yeah, this is it. Ooh, there's already some stuff opened up. Oh, I guess these are the primary quests, right? So yeah, this actually makes it look like there isn't a whole lot to do. There's like this 3 main missions for the missing Vanguard. So that's the Ebon Vanguard people in the Char side, like the east side of the map. Northern Allies also only has 3, which is like what we'll be doing today in this Shiver Peak area. The Knowledgeable Asura only has 3 like main quests as well. That is in the west, far west, and then a Gangst Destroyer has like the last 2 missions, which is kind of like in the underground area with the dwarves. So this looks like, it makes it look like the story isn't all that long, and in some sense the main story isn't all that long, but in this campaign I feel like ArenaNet did a really good job spacing in these side quests.
May the gods protect you.
That are all kind of like really relevant to the story isn't like go out and kill like 5 things or go out and pick up a bunch of collectibles for me. A lot of them are related to stuff happening in the area, so we got I might want to do some of that stuff on stream as well, just to kind of see those parts of the stories as well. But yeah. Okay, let's do Northern Allies. Actually, let's never mind. Let's actually put a team together. We'll have Ogden as our healer. We'll have Vec, who is our air elementalist. I believe I had a set of blessed insignias I just threw on him just to open up some Zunlai space, but I haven't really upgraded them at all. I guess he also got this staff from last time, which is not too good, but not too bad either. And we have Gwen, which we just got at the end of last stream. So let's put something together for her. She's Dominion magic. Might actually be good to have more fast casting. I think I'm just gonna throw on the Dominion magic build that I have for my other save to template, man, template code. Is this how this works? Copy. I guess I can just save it, right? Oh, here. Manage templates. Oh, I have one already, but this one has a res, and this one has a fallback. You would do the Norn path first. You get Zanja and Jorah. Do that Zeisser mission for double coins. Okay, that sounds good. That's kind of what I want to go for. I don't know too much about Jorah though, but I will put her on the team when I do have her for this section. I guess you might know already since you've been following this series. Like, warrior heroes have kind of not been too attractive to me, but I think that's okay. Template code. Can I just do this? Bam. Load? No. Damn. Go to that. X-breaker. Interesting. So we can do this. Actually, I'm just gonna save this. Template name. Hero. E-search. Search. Something. Just to have something there. Oh, here. Load from template. E-search something. Load. There. Okay. I think that's okay. And then, yeah, we'll get rid of her for now. She has empathy. She has empathy. So these are the 3 Isle of the North heroes that I have at the moment. So I'll probably fill in the rest with other heroes. Was it Raza? That was my... Yeah, he's my soul twisting spirit. Or ritualist, so he's my damage mitigator. We'll have this ritualist. I think I'm probably gonna replace my ritualist mercenary hero with Zandra when I get her, and probably just give her the same build. But yeah, I have her. I got a healer, damage mitigator, DPS, DPS, DPS. I have 2 more slots. Probably, actually, I'll put a Paragon in last. I'm tempted to just put another one of these Mesmers in. This will make life really easy since this elite skill is pretty OP. So, but maybe there's someone else better for the time being. Do I need another healer? Someone who can remove X's or conditions? Nah, well, let's let's put her in, and then we'll put her in as well, so that I have the incoming fallback just to run faster. Heavy conditions, no hexes, and nature's renewal rock in Norn areas. Heavy conditions. I am heavy conditions. I do have 2 hexes. There's this hex here, but then he's pretty heavy condition. The mesmers is generally just DPS mostly. Actually, instead of empathy, I think what I can do here is put in something else. Spiritual pain, maybe? It deals a bunch of damage to summoned creatures in the area of target foe. Overload? She might end up spamming this, though. Mind Rack. Mind Rack might work really well for her. So this skill, if you put this hex on someone, every mesmer skill that is not a hex, that damages people, will do extra damage. I think that's how it works. So like this will do extra damage, this will do extra damage, this will do extra damage, this will do extra... Actually, all of these will do extra damage. Except for maybe this. Actually, I think this might also trigger Mind Rack as well. So... Chaos Storm works pretty well as well. And even though it says 2-second cast time, because of their fast casting, it's actually not too bad. They actually throw this out pretty quickly. Aneurysm works. What this does is it gives energy back to the target that you cast it on. But for every point that you give them back, they take damage. So if you drain them with Energy Surge and then use this and give them their energy back, they take a whole lot of damage. Which is kind of fun as well. I think I might just go with Mind Rack here, just for easy's sake. Do what you want, but Nature's Renewal can really nerf Hex Ellies, Mesmers, and Necros. I actually don't even know what that skill is, to be honest. Is that a Mesmer skill? Nature's Renewal. I'm gonna get the browser back real quick. And show it as well. Nature's Renewal. Oh, it is a Ranger skill. It is a Wilderness Survival skill. Creates a blah 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 spirit. Actually, I'll read the concise one. Creates a blah spirit that lasts for blah lifespan. For creatures in range, enchantments and hexes take twice as long to cast, and it costs twice as much energy to maintain. Does not affect spirits. Oh, that means Vec will have troubles maintaining his enchantments, and Ogden as well, right? And I don't have a... I guess I can, if I really want, I can maybe put it on her. Or add a ranger that has these two. And also that. But I think I'm going to avoid doing that just for... I feel like I've dilly-dallied for so long already. Looking into like the Guild Wars Reforged stuff and stuff. So let's go with this. And then we'll kind of move out. Actually, I think I have to move in first. And then we can move out. Yeah, I had to speak to Ogden Stone Healer first. Actually, I have the browser up, so I should get rid of that. Yeah, I have to speak to Ogden Stone Healer. Wait, where's my mouse? There it is. Ogden Stone Healer. Only monks have maintained and enchantments. Wait, for maintained enchantments? Take twice as long to cast, and it costs twice as much energy to maintain enchantments. Interesting. So it takes 2 pips. So it doesn't affect any of my enchantments then. I kind of read that wrong. Interesting. But does that... Enchantments. For creatures in range, enchantments and hexes take twice as long to cast. So it takes twice as long to cast, but that's kind of mitigated by Mesmer fast casting. But won't that destroy my, like, Vex ability to do anything as well? I guess his casting is like, or his air skills are all pretty quick. So even if it doubles it, it's like doubling a really quick is still pretty quick, right? I'm not sure. Anyways, I'll just stick with this. I don't even know if I have Nature Ritual unlocked on this account. Or on this, like, on my Rangers and stuff. Ranger? Wilderness Survival. In the N. Natural stride is my only N starting skill. Can you actually get it here though? Micah Ferguson. I think you see some of these people's spirits in the Outer North in Guild Wars 2, which is kind of sad. It means they're bound to this area, right, for all these years. Oh, they don't have it here either. Yeah, it's unfortunate. I don't even have that skill, unfortunately, even if I wanted to. Who was my last person? My Paragon. Okay. Let's go talk to Ogden. Remember that tip? It's really effective when used correctly. Okay, I will remember. If I ever decide to like do dungeons and stuff on my own time, I guess. Maybe then I'll employ that strat. Curse of the Norn Bear Dunkoro. Blessed Light. Word of Comfort. Signet of Rejuvenation. Devout. Signet of Devotion. Remove Hex. Divine Healing. Dust Trap. Interesting. Dust Trap? Nature's Renewal. Okay. Wait. Is that the same one? That's Blessed Light. That's a Divine Favor heal. But I have my Ogden using the one that gives him energy back. Okay. I guess I can name it the same thing, right? Curse of the Norn Bear. Spirit? What was it called? Nature's Renewal. I think that would prompt me to remember that tip when I see it. Alright, Ogden, what you got for us?
Hail,
we must prepare. The end times are coming. Even dwarves must do his duty. What are these destroyers? The destroyers are fiendish creatures from the very heart of the depths. Mindless beings who exist only to destroy life. They have already consumed the Asuran homelands and toppled countless civilizations. Should they reach the surface, they will do the same to every living thing. Human, centaur, dwarf, char. Everyone! The trap protects the spirit. Okay. So when if melee enemies try to walk up to the trap, they'll trigger it and they'll just get constantly interrupted and stuff. But yeah, the Asurans are actually underground people that have been pushed to the surface because of this destroyer uprising from underground. So they're kind of like the dwarves of this, also like the dwarves, I guess. If you think about Dragon Age Origin, the dwarves are constantly going underground to fight the Darkspawn. I guess the dwarves and the Asuras are kind of like that, where they're going underground fighting destroyers all the time, trying to keep destroyers from getting into their underground homes. But yeah, in Guild Wars 2, the destroyers, I guess, have kind of pushed the Asurans so far out that they've just straight up built up cities above ground. So that's kind of like a little bit of spoiler to how the story develops, I guess. Like I said, this whole destroyer story is a long story coming. It's not like something that gets resolved right away in the rest of this. Which I think at the time when you were playing this game, you were expecting Guild Wars 1 to just keep getting updates and pushing this story along. So when they announced Guild Wars 2, it must have been like quite a I don't want to like a surprising moment. I don't know, maybe not surprising, but maybe to some people it's like not as good news as they wanted. They just want Guild Wars 1 to potentially be the one that pushed forward, and other people might be excited for like a new MMO altogether. What should we do? Norn areas have lots of water, else the Jotun mesmers. Oh, water ellies. Water. Why did I say water areas? Oh, my eyes are bad. Norn areas have lots of water ellies and Jotun mesmers. So they have lots of people who put hexes and stuff, like water hexes. And also, I guess Jotun Mesmers, maybe they are also hex heavy as well, and that's why you're recommending that spirit that makes it so that they can't do much. They get kind of shut down. The destroyers are dangerously close to the surface, and we dwarves are too few to keep them contained for long. We must rally together, an army of allies to repel the threat and pound these beasts into submission. That warlike Norn, who restrained herself from fighting us, could prove a useful ally for recruiting an army. Okay, who are these northern allies? The destroyers have ventured dangerously near the surface. The dwarves are few and far between up here. We must gain allies we can rally into an army. Only then can we repel this threat and keep those blasted destroyers contained beneath the surface. The Norn who didn't attack us on sight. She might be an excellent starting point for creating the army we need. Ooh. So the idea is that one Norn is like as strong as like 10 humans. Like they're just super strong people's culture, race. And with their connection with like the spirits of the wild and stuff, it actually makes them stronger. And therefore you don't need a whole lot of them to fight off things. But it kind of like fell apart in Guild Wars 2 lore because you can play as a Norn, and in order for players, if there's like a whole lot of players that are choosing Norn as their like main character or whatever, you'll have like armies and armies of Norn, and it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense that if you have a whole army of Norn, you do the exact same thing as a whole army of Asuras, since they had to balance it that way, right? So lore-wise and gameplay-wise, there has been some sort of clashing there. But yeah, we'll leave Beck and... would it be Gwen? Gwen is the one that pushes the Ebon Vanguard quest? Log. The missing Vanguard. Yeah, so we'll leave those two for later, but we'll do this. Whee! Alright. So, actually, now that you mentioned a lot of hex heavy, maybe I should focus on more hex, like shatter hex. And well, I guess I got 2 shatter hexes here, and I have what is this called? Oh wait, that's not it. Maybe I should just get rid of Patient Spirit and give him a hex remove or cure hex or something. That's 12 seconds. I do have Spotless Mind here, which also cures hex. I'll put remove hex on. So yeah, that should help hopefully a bit more. And I think there's like a Hexbreaker Aria with their next spell. This might be more useful than Can't Touch This at the moment. So I'll put that on. So there. Hopefully that will help with a lot of the hex mitigation. I'm actually kind of excited to see how big of a difference this skill makes. Putting someone's primary attribute to 0 seems pretty rigged. But I could be just imagining that. Ooh, hi. Hello there. She's out here looking at us already. Seek out Jorah near the Eye of the North. She's like way bigger than all our friends here. Just looking down on us. Like we're tiny little babies to them. It wouldn't be weird, like you would assume like maybe a maybe like a teenager. Teenager Norn will be kind of the same size as like a adult human. So if there's like some, I don't know, weirder storytelling there, could there be like weird relations where really, really young Norn try to pass themselves off as like adult humans and try to do certain things? I don't know. You can go in a really weird direction with that when it comes to like humans and stuff. I'm literally dancing around what I'm trying to talk about, so it's really inappropriate. So I don't really want to talk about it too much, but there is some weird stuff going on, right? You would assume in a world where there's stuff like this, it is open to like some weird stories. Anyway, let's talk to Jorah.
Hey there.
An unearthly creature, the Norn bear, ravages my homeland, and it is my duty to stop it. I have tracked it throughout the far Shiver Peaks, but it continues to elude me. My soul will not be at peace until these lands are rid of the wretched beasts. The burden is mine alone, although I doubt you would understand that. But you will never gain the trust of my people until you learn our ways. Seek out Gunnar Poundfist in his Hearthstead to the north. He will tell you more about my people. We wish to find Gunnar, if that is your wish. The less I know about the Norn, the better. We wish to find Gunnar. Tracking the Norn bear.
Yeah, hey there.
By the claw. Wait, there's people talking. Well, keep an eye out for this savage beast, Jor, huh? Aye, and if we help you, you'll help us, eh? He's Canadian. My task is my own. Your offer is appreciated, but I am Norn. We succeed or fail through our own measures, without the help of others. Are they gonna talk more? She has a cool sword. I don't know why she's holding at the end here. That's generally not how you hold a sword. You want to be close to the guard, right? Because that's how you get leverage. Or you don't get... You lose out on leverage at the end there. That's just a little nitpick. By the claws of the bear spirit, I vow to regain my honor. Sorry, did you say something? Tracking the Norn bear. You're welcome to hunt as you please, but I must seek this beast alone.
How can I help?
Who are the Norn? The Norn are powerful and proud people. We make our homes in these icy climes and hunt the creatures of the mountains. We live for today and rely only on ourselves, for who knows what tomorrow will bring, or when friends will become foe. When you meet a Norn, be prepared for battle. Most will wish to test your mettle before speaking to you as an equal. Not I, though I am hunting bigger prey. I believe I already asked her about all this, right? In the previous stream? I kind of remember reading that. Oh, she has an idle animation where she stretches. Was that always a thing? Is that a new thing they added in Isle of North? I don't remember NPCs having idle animations. That's cool. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, you kind of get the sense that Norn are very independent, and they don't really form like societies and community. They do their own hunts, they do their own thing, and maybe they join up. I don't know. They haven't really alluded to any like family related stuff right now, but I think her story is very family oriented though. So we're supposed to get the idea that they're really independent people. But then yeah, again in Guild Wars 2, they kind of like drop that aspect of the Norn people because like there's just so much Norn. People can play as the Norn and so much Norn is about, so they do have like big cities and stuff where a lot of Norn kind of like congregate into. But yeah, the idea is like the Gunnard guy we're supposed to find. It's kind of like his house we're going to, and then we'll kind of see a bunch of like prominent Norn houses as we explore the north here. It's not like a whole city of like people or Norn. So yeah, anyway, I guess we can head out. Are we going the right way? All right. Ooh, Og the Gruff. Have I fought him yet? I don't think I have. Let's see how we do against this guy. He's got a cool axe.
Who goes there?
Impress me in battle, then we talk. Okay. Atrophy. Oh, he got his Norn bear form got interrupted.
Never anger a Norn.
I guess he got killed already. You're new, not Norn either. Likely will be eaten by beasts. Prove me wrong. I kill them all. All right, we got the priest or the a bounty. Is that I guess called a blessing now, not a bounty? Was it always called a blessing? Was it always a blessing before? Now it's just been calling it bounty this entire time. Mystic Mandragore. Ulcerous Mandragore. Wait, do these people have touch skills? Mandragore's curse, enfeebling blood. Hope this is a mesmer. Or not mesmer, it's a necromancer. Or not necromancer, a dervish, dang. The ulcerous ones were necromancers. Excellent, excellent. Okay, now that I have two E-Search Mesmers, I do feel like I'm wiping these guys out really quickly. Maybe I'm a little bit too rigged. I might have to bench my mercenary Mesmer. Look at this place. How are they gonna improve the graphics of this? I mean, it looks like the art style and the art direction of this already looks really good. Like the way when you look far into the distance, there's like this purple mist that kind of like comes into view. I feel like this already looks really nice. Like what can they do to make it look better? I feel like if they try to put more stuff on here, it'll just kind of make it maybe overcomplicated. I don't know. I'm really interested to see what they do with this reforged business. I am really scared that they might accidentally make things worse. I am worried, I guess. I remember these guys giving me a lot of problems before, even on normal mode. So now that with our current build, it seems like we're doing pretty okay. Ketil Bjorn? Ketil Bjorn is this person's name?
Why are
Impress me in battle, then we talk. Okay. Got him.
Why
9 kills? Ugh. Come back when you got more, a few more. Okay. We're not gonna really come back. A mountain eagle. I was just beelining those guys for some reason. I don't have to do that. Alright. Ooh, this looks really cool. The moment we come in here, we got like this crazy, like red sunset area. Or is it like early morning? But it looks so good already. I don't know. I feel like the art direction of this has been really good so far. So, or not so far, but like this entire time. So I really don't know what kind of visual upgrades they can put into the game. Like, will that make that much of a difference without actually like remaking everything? If they're just like putting a filter over, or if they're just adding like DLSS or something, will it actually make it any better? I don't know. Lokor Baumgiver.
Are you
Impress me in battle! And we talk. Okay. Oh, interesting. We couldn't interrupt his bear form. Alright, give me the blessing. Then we will go this way. Norn, uh-oh. That's the Norn bear that Jorah's after. Where? Where? Oh, there he is. Hello. Astounding! Finishing the job so we can leave, will you? Finish the job so we can leave, will you? Says Beck. Hey, Norn bear. He's got spikes coming out. Whoa! He disappeared like Batman. This Norn bear is quick on its feet. Keep looking. It can't have gotten far. Okay. I was gonna look at these gravestones, actually. Didn't even know I was going to trigger a thing there. Here rests the remains of Barn Frostfeet, who walked from one end of the Shiver Peak Mountains to the other, barefoot, and drank a pint of ale in toast to each tree he saw along the way. Holy moly. That must have taken forever then. And a lot of ale. Here rests Brody Ice Crusher, who climbed to the top of the Great Mountains and slew the Glacial Griffin with his bare hands, fashioning the head into a stylish helm, so all who saw him would know of his great deed. Here lies Eric Firebeard, slayer of the great ice drake Keelthas, crusher of the dwarven lord Mundoon, and drinker of 12 caskets of ale in a single sitting. Cool. Okay. Welcome to Gunner's Hold. He has these big, like, things welcoming people. I wonder if this is actually, like, a language that you can translate to English that says welcome to Gunner's Hold or something. Population! I don't know. Take heed, all who enter here. Know that this is the home of Norn legends. We who have slain the greatest beasts in all of the lands drink ale more deeply than any other and proudly boast of our deeds, loud enough for the spirits to hear and take notice. Okay, so this should be a city, right? Or an outpost? Well, there's lots of people here. Lots. I say lots, but there's like 4 people. But it does seem like a lot more than I'm used to, especially like compared to when I was going through the prophecies when we were in the Meguma jungle. It seems like a lot of people have left or not have gone that far, or maybe have just like not in that area as much. It's like maybe 1 person if I'm lucky. Actually, no, there was some areas with more people. Where was it that... Was it the Crystal Desert that had a lot less people? I don't remember, actually. But yeah, here there's still, like, a bunch of people just hanging out. It's pretty nice. This guy, Kilroy Stonekins, I believe he's from Prophecies. He's probably endgame stuff. He's a reference to Leroy Jenkins, I guess. He was... Leroy Jenkins was a big meme back in the days. And yeah, he has a kind of a solo quest for us, but I don't know if I will do that on stream. It's actually kind of hard. This is also where you can get Sandra, who is a ritualist. But actually, I think Sandra doesn't really have much of a story, but there is a story that, or a side quest that gets unlocked, I believe, if you have Sandra. I think it is the one that leads you to this weapon here. I think you need to have Sandra in order to unlock the quest that ends with this being the reward. But yeah, this is Gunnard's Hold. It's just a bunch of huts. This is where all the hunting people kind of like turn in for the night, I guess. All the Norn. And yeah, there's like a little bit of a tournament here by Magni the Bison. If I talk to him, I think he's just like, hey, do you want to join? Solo quest. I laugh at heroes. I scoff at dragons. I even deride the titans. None have withstood my strong right arm. None have bested Magni the Bison. This tournament will decide who has the right to challenge me. You have something of a reputation among the other weaklings, but you will still need to defeat 5 opponents in my tournament before earning the right to face me, your 6th and final challenge. You get a touch of guile, dodge this, and finish him if you do this quest. And you also get this item called the Bison Cup. I'll defeat more than 1 opponent before I'm through. I'm not here to play games. Your tournament can wait. Yeah, I think his tournament can wait. Focus on the main story for the time being. But yeah, we will kind of like explore this place slightly. So I believe if I didn't talk to that Ebon Vanguard guy, this person will be the person who would give me this. This is a collector.
Who sent you?
Oh yeah, you can kind of farm this for this, what do you call it? This item, Bison Championship token, and you can trade it for these 2. So this is just like a straight up skin that you can get, essentially, for playing the game. Get more armor out of it. Okay. Tyr the Scald.
Why are you here?
So, you're the little one causing so much trouble. I've heard about you, Ayuinium. I'm a Scald. I'm a Scald? Is that what, like, a teller of story is what a Scald is? Okay. I'm a Scald, a teller of stories. I collect tales of great deeds from everyone and retell them in my own special idiom. If I tell other Norn about your achievements, I can make you a real hero. But to increase your reputation, you'll need to provide specific details about what you've done. Write it all down and bring it to me so I can craft your tales of greatness. As an added bonus, if your reputation increases enough, you can earn hero points, which can be spent to teach your heroes new skills. So yeah, I believe he kind of says all the same things as the Ebon Vanguard guy and gives me this. How's my inventory? Inventory is pretty empty. I don't have to do anything too much for that. But yeah, I believe Gunnard is like all the way here. This big building here. He's like the boss of this area, so he gets the biggest building. So we'll go to him. I think that's where we need to go next anyway. Seek out Gunnar, Hound's Fist in Gunnard's Hold. Sandra is a big deal if one doesn't have mercenaries. That's kind of the reason why I don't want to do that, because I have my mercenary, and this mercenary is also like ruined and insignia'd and have like a proper weapon, or at least one of the better weapons that I have that I gave to her. So I don't want to like go through the rigmarole of unlocking Xandra just to have like a weaker version of her, and she's not part of the main story either, so I kind of want to focus on the main story at this point.
Are you hunting something?
Welcome, young man. Have you come to hear tales of the founding of Gunnar's Hold and the legends of my family? Or maybe you seek my smithing skills? Gunnar, what can you tell me about the Norn? The Norn are a proud, independent people who have roamed these mountains for centuries, settling where we choose, hunting where we can, slaying when we must. We value individual power and self-reliance above all else. The Norn make their name in this world through deeds. We are known by our actions, by our conquests. When faced with strangers, most Norn will battle first to determine the worth of a potential ally or adversary. But while our battle fury burns hot, it passes quickly. The Norn who grounds your face into the snow in the morning will likely toast you with ale in the taverns at noon meal. Such is the Norn way. I took this stead as a young Norn and have watched it grow over time. I made my name with bare hands, worked both at the anvil and in the wilds. I earned my prestige as the smith by forging the finest weapons in the north from rare and mystic metals. With my passing, one of my children may run the steed, or another hero will come forward, and the hold will change names. I have left behind my name and my legend to inspire my people. This is also the Norn way. Can you tell me where to find other powerful Norn? Sif Shadowhunter is a great tracker who lives north of Drakkar Lake in Sifhala. Olaf Olafsson watches over Raven's Point from his stead in the center of Varahar Fells. Eagle Fireteller is a wise elder who lives as a hermit in Jaga Moraine. I guess that was the first thing we talked about, right?
Who goes
Thank
there?
you. What can you smith for me? Oh, you give him things to get armor. There is no greater metal worker than a Norn, and no stronger armor that can... man, let me try that again. There's no greater metal worker than a Norn, and no stronger armor than that forged from Deldrimor alloys. I learned the Dwarven secrets of working Deldrimor metals from Master Armorer Kor. Now, he may have showed me the trick to working Dwarven metals, but I can smith rings around that tiny little beard of his. Bring me Deldrimor armor remnants, and I can upgrade the armor of one of your heroes. Whose armor would you like to change? I don't think I have any of this thing. Yes, if you can bring me some Deldrimor armor remnants, I will craft Vec a set of Deldrimor armor. Okay, I don't have that, so... Actually, I need to talk to him to advance the next quest. Tracking the Norn bear. So Jorah sent you, poor girl. She's but a shell of her former self. It all started with the cursed Norn bear. I fear Jorah, like any Norn, will never accept your help. But that doesn't mean you can't claim this Norn bear as your own prey. Here is what you should do. Sif Shadowhunter is a respected hunter among our people. If anyone can help you track down that ravaging abomination, it would be her. Find her in Sifhala, northwest of here. Okay. So immediately we're kind of being sent around, kind of to introduce us to this area and some of the higher importance characters of the story. So Gunnar of Gunnar's Hold, and then Sifhala. Sif Shadowhunter in Sifhala. I'm trying to think, like... So Ascalon is here. Ascalon is here. In Guild Wars 2, I believe... Ascalon is here. I believe... Rin? Where's Rin? This is Rin. No, wait, no. Wait, Old Ascalon? No. Where's Rin? This is Rin, right? Nolani Academy. This is Rin. So this is where the Black Citadel is in Guild Wars 2. And Gunnard's Hold is like... Or not Gunnard's Hold. The main, like, Norn city. I forgot what it's called. And I know it's owned by... Or not owned, but ran by... Or the leader of that area is Newt Whitebeard? Whitebeard? I don't remember the last name. Oh, what was that place called? It is also like... It also sounded like Gunnar's Hold, like somebody's stead, somebody's house. I guess I can just quickly Google it. Wiki.guildwars2.com. Norn. Shiverpiece. Holbreck is what it's called. Wellbreck. Let's just show it real quick. It's called Holbreck. It doesn't actually show you where on the map it is. But yeah, we'll get rid of that. So yeah. It seems like even the Norn and the Char has been pushed more and more south with whatever is going on over here in the future. So like the main, it sounds like the Norn is like up, they live up here, and the Char lives up here, and then humans are here, and there've been a big conflict between the Char and the human. But like through what's happening in the story, it seems like a lot of the races up here migrated more and more south because of all the crazy stuff that's happening up here, which is kind of interesting when you look at things like geographically. So yeah, the Black Citadel, the Char main city is here, and I think just like across these mountains, Holbreck is like over here, which I actually never connected that in my mind to Guild Wars 1, that is actually this far south. In my mind, I always thought like, oh, Holbreck is like all the way up here, isn't it? But no, it's like where we actually visited, like in Prophecies is where the Norn ended up, which is crazy, right? This is like Stone Summit territory. And we had to come through here as humans with Prince Rurik through the Stone Summit territory. So did the Norn just like wipe out all the door? Actually, was there any story about what happened to the Stone Summit? Did the Norn come and just like kill everyone and take over the land? Because like this is like the amount of Norn in this area in Guild Wars 2 is like insane compared to like now. Like we only get like a handful of Norn in these areas in this game, so the amount of Norn we see in this Shiver Peak area is like significantly more. So was there like a huge migration and colonization going on in between this game and Guild Wars 2 that caused all the Norn to take this area over? Because Lornar's Pass is also a map in Guild Wars 2, and it's more or less the same. And I think, where is it? Where is Sorrow's? Is this Sorrow's Embrace? I don't know if I've explored that area, but there's like a place called Sorrow's Embrace, which in Guild Wars 2 becomes Sorrow's Furnace. The Dredge like turned that place into industry, which is, I don't know. I'm actually kind of interested to see how these connect. I'm like kind of curious as well if there's any story. Being able to like connect Guild Wars 1 story with Guild Wars 2 through the geography is actually pretty interesting too. But yeah, I guess we continue north to Sifala. Okay, all right. Because this game is supposed to set up Guild Wars 2 for the most part, I think there's going to be a lot of references to Guild Wars 2 now for me. Just to like, I don't know, just whenever my brain goes like, oh, we're in a place that I visited before in Guild Wars 2. How does it look like now? And how did it look like back then? Or whatever kind of deal. I don't know if that made sense. Right, Ugar. Mandofson. He's the son of Mandoff.
Are you hunting
Impress me in
something?
battle, then we talk. Okay. Boom. 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 Boom.
Who sent
Hail,
you?
human. Are you here to fight the monsters that plague the land? Yes, I am. Jorah is there. But the arrow tells me to go in that direction. Interesting, is Jorah always there? We gotta kill these guys. I think in the past, like, I had, what do you call it? I just chased the green arrow. I didn't care about the story all too much. I just cared about, like, killing things and making my way and making progress and stuff. So I never really paid attention to the placements of characters, what they say. I get, like, a vague sense of what the story's trying to tell, and that's the amount of, like, effort I put into understanding the story. So why is... I don't know why Jorah's here at all. I could hear you coming from a league away. It's a wonder your family never starved. Interesting.
Are you lost?
By the claws of the bear spirit, I vow to regain my honor. Sorry, did you say something? Okay, no, she doesn't really offer anything. She's just here. She's just here. We're off to Sifala. You can follow us if you want, but if you just want to stand there and look hot, that's also fine. Alright. I am going the right direction, right? Mountain Eagle. I don't know why I put this. Oh, it's a heal. I haven't actually used it yet. I guess I've continued to keep the two E-Surge Mesmers. So we've been killing things pretty quickly.
Who goes there?
Impress me in battle, then we talk. Okay. Koldor the Merciless. Nice.
Never.
3 kills. Yeah, disgusting. Go away. That's what he just said. Oh, there's the Jotun. So the Jotun used to be like real races back in the days. I don't want to... There's like a whole like storyline that gets spoiled if I kind of explain some of the lore that's attached to the Jotun. But for some reason, they kind of just devolved into like a bunch of like bumbling ogres. But they used to be like the people who like watched the skies and learned about space, and they're like stargazers and astronomers and stuff. Oh yeah, look at that. Arcane conundrum, clumsiness, frustration. You're right. So much hexes. I guess if I get hexed on, I should just run up to them and take advantage of Shatter Hex. But I guess it also puts me in danger. The Jotun. They're rotund. Rotund Jotun. I'm going the right way. If they're walking that way, I don't have to fight them. The thing is, the way they set this like blessing up now is that anything I kill gives me reputation points. So a part of me is like, I'll just kill everything along the way just to farm that, because it's along the way anyway. But at the same time, I might get carried away and just like chase things down and waste a bunch of time. There's a lady here. She's a wild woman. Fyoda wild woman.
Why are you
Impress me in battle. Yeah, then we'll talk. Alright. What does she want from us? She turns into a beautiful bear.
here? Are you hunting something?
6 kills? Come back when you got a few more. Oh man, she's looking down on us. How dare she? Nope, that's not it. I might have aggroed them. Oh, the tree is destroying my camera. This is actually pretty interesting. It's just a straight up fast recharge like heal. Kinda, sorta. You need a target, though. You can't just fire it off. But that hasn't really been a thing for necromancers until now. Wait, where's Blood of the Aggressor from? Hold on. Did I just unlock that, or was that always a thing? I'm on the wiki right now. Just looking at Blood of the Aggressor. It's a Nightfall thing, so I had it since Nightfall, and I just didn't realize I unlocked it, I guess. But yeah, for the longest, I guess Nightfall also introduced Signet of Lost Soul and Necrosis, giving Necromancers a lot of, like, fast recharging, fast casting, low energy abilities. I guess in this case, no energy required at all. Whereas before, in both Prophecies and Factions, a lot of Necromancer skills took like 2 seconds to cast. And like the minion ones took even up to 3 seconds. Walk up to them! You shatter hex on me! Hey. Hey. They're too busy attacking me. Hey, look at them. I wonder who manufactures their clothes. Do they have, like, Uniqlo? Jotun Uniqlo? Give them all the same uniforms? Okay. Are we gonna see the Norn bear again as we make our way to Sifhala? Jotun. Jotun. Blood Curdler. Blade Turner. What's down there? Man, this is actually invoking me, like... For the most part, when I explore maps in Guild Wars, I don't really feel the need to, like, look at what's over the hill. But in this, the way they designed this map, I'm like, what's over there? What's all that about? What's going on over there? Why? Look at this nice little, like, cliff face and a little waterfall. Should we go interrupt them? What is this all about? I actually never experienced this before in my past playing this. There's like a little like fight club in the corner. Smash good. Crush him. So they have language. They can actually talk. So they haven't evolved that much in terms of intelligence from their ancestors. Smash good. Hey guys, what are you guys doing? Humans, better to smash. Get them. So they attack us instead. They're level 28, so they're like end game levels. Leveled up like end game. What do you call it? Like enemies from the previous campaign. So I think I was kind of talking about this in my previous stream, saying like, I remember this being pretty hard. Like actually just exploring and stuff was danger around every corner, essentially. But with my new builds and stuff, and some of the more better heroes, I seem to be doing alright. I'm not dying as much as I did back in the days. Like, something like this would have totally wiped my entire team back in the day when I was just spamming, like, Searing Flame Elementalists and having Monk Protection and Monk Healing and, like, a Barrage Ranger as a DPS. And I have no idea what a Mesmer or a Necromancer is. Old Gred the Calamitous. Impress me in battle, yeah, then we'll talk. Alright, he goes bear form. I think he got interrupted. I don't know how much of a difference that makes.
Are you hunting something?
20 kills? Come back when you got a few more, loser. So yeah, unfortunately, since I zoned out of that zone, all that progress for the bounty or the blessing now gets wiped off, and I gotta start all over with my kills again. The Norn bear! Blah! Don't let it get away. Blah, 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 blah. Screen just choked there. Man, this Norn bear is just killing Norn like left, right, and center. And this guy just like, my job is to stand by here. I don't really care. Alright, Norn bear, what you got for us? What do we get hit? Spirit Roar? Interesting. At last, let us be done with this distraction. Taste my axe, you oversized rug. Interesting that Ogden says taste my axe when he holds a freaking staff. We lost it again? Perhaps a Norn hunter could save us, or could help us. They know this area. Sif Shadowhunter said there was nothing wrong in accepting help. Let's seek her out. This guy's like, whoa, did that giant, like, icicle bear just attack you? That was kind of cool.
Never.
Impress me in battle, then we talk. Okay. Nice.
Who sent you?
My son, Uvar, is in another land, but our tasks are the same. These creatures must be beaten back. The Norn enjoy such a challenge, do you? Challenge is my middle name. Yeah, we got the blessing from this zone. So yeah, down here is actually a really interesting area. I don't know if I want to go too deep into it. But there's like this rabbit. And you're like, oh, it's a cute little rabbit. And it starts running away from you. And you're like, oh, where are you going, little rabbit? Whoa. You're leading me into this, like, cool area? But yeah, if you follow the rabbit all the way down to here, a lot of, like, crazy spirits spawn all down here, all across, like, this ramp. So you're kind of stuck fighting it. There's no escape. You would have to run. If you try to run, you have to fight all the ones that spawn up here as well. Oh, look. He went to all his rabbit friends. But yeah, this is a little bit of a trap. And I think like the boss that spawns here is like a bounty you get with a Zaishin bounty pretty often, or at least in rotation. So this is like at first a meme area that people probably don't care too much about. Maybe to just kill that boss to get the skill, or to if it drops a weapon or something. But other than that, people probably don't revisit this place all that often. But it is a neat little area, so adding that Zaishin thing, that Zaishin bounty, or Zaishin, is it bounty? Where you get to come back here every once in a while is actually kind of cool. Just to remind people that there's like cool little areas in this world, cool little nooks and crannies. Alright, we're fighting centaurs now. Go for the hunter. I don't know. I don't think these guys are much of a threat. I think the Jotun and those spirits are more of a threat than the centaurs. And I guess these elementals. I don't remember what's in here, but oh yeah, these are the spirits I was talking about. A lot of these spirits spawn when you go into that area that I was just in. Like a whole lot, like way more than this. And I don't want to do it because in the past, spawning them essentially wipes my entire party. They're called Vaetirs? I'm not quite sure what that is. Are those like, it's like a Norse, maybe Norse mythology related creatures? I'm not too familiar with what they are. But they're like these little spirit things. Are they like fairy spirits? Is that kind of what they end up being like? Berserker. Bazaka? Oops. Accidentally use Siglas of Not Souls there. Alright. So yeah, this is an interesting place. Kind of spooky, kind of eldritch horror-y. If we go into here, I think we can take the people here, so I'm not too worried. How far can I zoom out? And you kind of see what's going on? Is YouTube's algorithm showing this stuff underneath the ice? Maybe, like, you can kind of see a big spine here, right? Or a big back. heal these guys. I think there's one of these, they look like Jinn, but they're not Jinn. They look like water Jinns, but they're not. They're chilling wisps. But yeah, there's a huge, like, dragon at the bottom of this lake that's just frozen in place. Isn't that cool? I remember coming here with my friends, and he showed me this. He's like, oh, you gotta check this out. When we were doing the story. And we actually got wiped out by this group of people and all these guys. But eventually, we were able to kind of just, like, fight off all these people one by one. And then once we actually cleared this place, he was like, look, 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 there's a head there. And I was like, my mind was blown. Like, holy moly. We haven't had to experience anything like this before. Look how big this creature is. Which, I think it's one of my first experience in video games where there's like this foreboding dread, like, oh, what's gonna happen? And your imagination kind of takes you away. Like, what if he wakes up right now and busts up? How much trouble would you be in at that point? And I was, yeah, it was just, I don't know. This is one of those things that invoke a lot of like imagination, and it makes you like tell a little story in your head. Like really, like if you have a runaway imagination, you're like, oh, what happens? How did this guy end up here? Was he sealed in here by like some crazy person? Or is he just here, just biding its time? This is where it's sleeping or something. Like, what's going on here? Yeah, this is kind of like the first experience. And then later on, I kind of felt the same kind of experience when I was playing like Breath of the Wild. And you go into the cave and you see like those giant like Leviathan skeletons and stuff, where you're just like, oh, this used to be a living creature. How did they end up here? Oh, what's gonna happen? What had to happen for this thing to like end up the way it did? Whoa! There's a frost worm. This guy's huge. None of my characters are... Okay, there they go. They were lagging for a second, I guess. Oh, some patrols came in. Hopefully it's not too bad. Okay, with the ritualist spirits and the 2 E-Surge mesmers, we're really comfortable with a lot of these fights. Very nice. Wiglaf. But yeah, Guild Wars 2, you actually fight against this guy. This guy like gets busted out of that lake. You actually, this entire lake becomes like an area. You go down there and you fight against the thing. And I think a lot of people were kind of disappointed about this fight because it became a meta event. So they couldn't really make it like super hard or challenging or have a lot of story related stuff. It's just like, oh, here's a boss fight. And you gotta deal with the boss mechanics. And I think a lot of people didn't really like it at the time when it released. And like the whole Ice Brood Saga storyline just felt rushed. Because I guess it was also COVID at the time. So there was a lot of development like hell issues because of like voice acting. There's like a voice acting strike as well. And there's like a lot of stuff that just happened just to make the whole like thing hard to like manage. And I think internally they decided to do the Ice Brood Saga like ArenaNet, and they were gonna move away from expansions, but it seemed like some executive decisions had to be made place where they switched back to making expansions instead of like doing Ice Brood Saga like updates to the game. So they had to like pivot. They pivoted one direction and then really quickly during COVID had to pivot back to a different direction. So like the whole like Ice Brood Saga, Drakkar Lake, and I think Grothmar War Downs or something, Grothmar Valley, and like all the stuff that was happening in the story that happening up here felt really rushed, and they kind of like had to like quickly set up the story to go into the next expansion. And I think that was kind of like negative aspect of the whole like flow of the story for that game, for Guild Wars 2. which is a little sad. Ice Fruit Saga is actually when I started my Ice Fruit, or from my YouTube channel. The very first video I uploaded on this channel was me playing through one of the maps. Is it Drizzlewood Coast or something like that? For the Ice Fruit Saga. Like the story for that. And yeah, it was during COVID. My one hobby that I had outside of work was martial arts at the time. And because of COVID, I wasn't, like, the martial art area had to, like, shut down essentially because it was non-essential, and there's a whole thing about, like, social distancing and stuff. So, like, obviously martial arts is not about that, right? In order to actually, like, spar and stuff, you actually had to get close to people. So it kind of ruined the whole aspect of that. So I had found myself just sitting at home with a lot of time, and I was like, hey, this YouTube thing might be fun. That's something I've always wanted to look into. Now that I have the time, maybe I should. And I did, and I've been having fun ever since. Just trying to, like, get better at it slowly over the last 5 years. Just, like, on my own too. I don't really have any friends who might want to do it too. I don't really want to, like, collab with anyone else. I just want to, like, have my little space here where I could, like, just stream and play games and make, like, content. I don't even call myself a content creator. I'm literally just playing games and speaking into a mic, really. And if people find it interesting or just want to hang out, then that's kind of like a bonus to me. Reuben, impress me in battle. Okay. But yeah, we have arrived at Siphala, which is similar to ooh, ready to compare numbers. 33 kills. Nope, not enough. But I do get, because it's more than 25, I do get 20 reputation points because of that. Let's look at these gravestones. Actually, these gravestones aren't interactable. Vatiers. I remember there was a farm somewhere that I did with my assassin. That was in this area. It gave me a lot of mesmer tomes. Was it like over here somewhere? That I was like farming these guys. And at the time, there's a skill called Shadow Form that was really famous or really popular for farm builds that I was using. And I set it up to do... I spent a lot of time trying to set that up. And by the time I got that build set up, they changed how Shadow Form worked. And it kind of broke that farm for a little bit. But people eventually found a way around it. And then that farm became a thing again. And then I was finally able to actually do that farming. Which is kind of funny. I don't really do farms nowadays. I feel like grinding and farming is so I feel like it's a bit of a waste of time sometimes. Especially since, like, just playing the game, it seems like, is already giving me enough gold. Back in the days, I was just, like, farming and using the platinum to, like, unlock skills and stuff. And getting capture signets and stuff. But since I got a lot of that skills, like, unlocked, and I spent a lot of the what do you call it, the platinum and stuff to, like, get armor and stuff for my other characters, I don't have to do that anymore. So all the like gold I get is, like, kind of building up, and then I can decide what to do with them. Right now I'm just using it on skills for this character, and maybe gearing up my heroes. Okay. Tracking the Norn bear. Locate Sif in Sifhala. So this is Sifhala, or Sif, in Sifhala. She's a lady, a Norn lady who's really tall. She uses a bow.
Who goes
I
there?
am Sif, great hunter of the north, slayer of 10 dozen wolves, 70 bears, and 1 vicious rabbit. Oh, okay. She references that rabbit that we were looking at when we zoned into the previous zone. She references that rabbit, it seems like. Tracking the Norn bear. I heard you were looking for me. You're the one hunting the Norn bear, no? Consider yourself lucky to be, or still be alive. Its lair is nearby. The beast has raided my stead many times of late. Make yourself useful and help me put an end to this menace. It's only a matter of time before it attacks again. Yes! Oh, okay, you literally just zone in? Oh no, this is a bit of a quest to protect this area. I don't remember how the story flows. It's been a while since I played Alden North, I guess. And I didn't look this up. I think I should have maybe looked up some of how it flows. Just so that I know what to expect. Norn guard. Oh no, they instantly died. Oh no, he's coming! Sif! Sif, get him! Charging spirit. She's a range? I guess that makes sense. She has a bow. Melandru shot. Anyways. The Savage Normir just auto attacks. He doesn't use anything special. Or I guess Sif said, the Normir approaches, slay it in its tracks. Oh, there's Jorah entered. Turn and face your judgment, abominations. It's gone. We must track it quickly. It's about time you showed your face, Jorah, says Sif. I've been hunting him all this time. Hunting is not trapping. It is time you accepted help. Let us appeal to the wolf spirit, find this menace, and put an end to it. I know what must be done, says Jorah. What is this creature, Jorah? Tracking the Norn bear. Oh, we get a little cutscene. Jorah's curse.
What is this creature, Jorah? You seem to know a lot about it.
I know all too much, I'm afraid. My brother and I were both hunters. One day we chased our prey across Drakkar Lake, a place our people normally shun. We found something there.
Do you feel it, Jorah? Something in the air.
I like how his
All I
hair
feel
just
is a
like
chill
attaches
harsher
to
than
his
any
like
blizzard.
body.
Yes, it is cold. But it also feels ancient. Old and powerful.
That's interesting.
This place is cursed, Svanir.
His name is
Let us leave
Svanir?
it.
No. A simple spell should reveal the nature of the power.
Hold on, what?
I do not know what we contacted that day, but its energies nearly consumed us.
Ah!
I resisted the power, was cursed by it. I cannot embrace the wild. I can no longer become the bear. My
so they
brother
both got
seized the power and went
Corrupted
mad.
somehow?
He was transformed. He became the creature I fought.
Hold on. Okay, there's a huge
My brother
reference
now
here that I've,
raids
I
the
guess,
Norn
missed this entire
settlements.
time.
He avoids me, though I pursue him. I communed with the bear's spirit. She wishes you to aid me.
You want us to help find your brother?
No, I want you to help me kill him.
Ooh. Interesting. Okay, so yeah, that whole cutscene. I didn't know her brother's name is Svanir. Who in Guild Wars 2, there's a whole cult called the Sons of Svanir that taps into. Oh man, every time I reference Guild Wars 2, it kind of like ruins the story. Because there's stuff I don't want to talk about since it's like key to this story. But yeah, knowing what happens in Guild Wars 2 and knowing who this is supposed to be, now it makes a lot of sense, like why they were here on top of this guy, this big dragon looking guy. And then why they felt that like crazy energy. Oh man, I really want to talk about it. Should I just talk about who cares, right? Yeah, people had a lot of opportunities to play this game and learn the story at this point, right? Yeah, I'll do it. I'll just do it, whatever. I don't think... There's not a lot of people watching this series anyway. I'll just go into the spoilers. Spoilers! This is gonna be a spoilers to, I guess, this story and a lot of stories coming in Guild Wars 2, but... So, the whole point of this story is that all the tremors and stuff we've been feeling around the world is because one of the dragons, the elder dragons, are starting to wake up and they're starting to stir. And that is the dragon whose minions are the destroyers that we saw chase us when we first came to this area from the underground. They're coming from underground. The Primordus and his minions are driving the Asurans and the dwarves out from the underground. But at the same time, that's only one of the Elder Dragons. There's another Elder Dragon up here in the north named Jormag. And this guy in this lake is one of Jormag's lieutenants. So they have like Elder Dragon magic, I guess, is what Svanir and Jorah got exposed to when they got to this area. So I guess this being is leaking out dragon magic, maybe. So the whole thing about Guild Wars 2's like premise is that, or I guess Guild Wars 2 went into this part of the story, is that there's like these dragon cycles on Tyria, or this planet. The dragons will eat all the magic in this world and then go to sleep. And as they sleep for millenniums, their magic gets like seeped back into the world, and then they get hungry because they're losing their magic. So when they get really hungry, they start to wake up, and then when they wake up, they want to eat all the magic again. But this is kind of like when in Guild Wars 1's story, it's almost like the dragons are just like a force of nature. Like I think the community or maybe even the devs call it kind of like a natural disaster, right? Like if a tornado or earthquake or a hurricane or a tsunami, those are like forces of nature. That's kind of what they said the dragons are like. They just wake up, eat magic, sleep, leak magic until they're hungry again. They wake up and eat the magic. That's kind of what they do. But I don't know. In Guild Wars 2, they kind of personified the dragons a lot and gave them like human-like characteristics and emotions and feelings and stuff, which I think a lot of people didn't like that aspect, that like pivot with the dragons. It was a lot cooler when it was like humanity, or I guess all the living races, like fighting against a force of nature, right? So when it turns out like one of the dragons had like emotions and has motivations and have goals and have preferences and stuff, it was just like, they don't seem as like grandiose of a villain or of a worldly force anymore. They just seem like another villain, another big bad that we have to defeat in the story. But anyway, the thing that I just realized, that Svanir is Jorah's brother, and Svanir becomes like a huge like faction, I guess, in the northern Shiver Peak area, and they're being like corrupted by Jormag's power, and they're like Norn, who just gives in to Jormag's power, just like kind of giving up their ways to gain power. And there's like a whole like action of people called the Sons of Svanir, and at the time I was just like, oh, Svanir just sounds like a Norn thing, so there's just like a Norn thing. I never really knew that it was a direct reference to Jorah's brother. I guess Jorah's brother is the first Sons of Svanir, or Jorah's brother is the first dragon minion of Jormag, kinda sorta, or first corrupted minion of for that dragon. And then everyone after that was just like the Sons of Svanir kind of thing. That's what they named them. That's really cool. Oh my goodness. Anyway, do I have time? Let's do this. Let's just finish this. Oh, I already finished this. But I think what I'm gonna do is go into this mission. I guess it's called Curse of the Norbear. We'll try and finish it, and then I think that'll be the stream for today. But oh man, all this lore stuff, I'm really interested to see what other random stuff that I'm connecting now that I'm actually paying attention to the Out of the North story, to like compare it to the Guild Wars 2 and how it leads up to the Guild Wars 2 and how it references Guild Wars 2. Or I guess, more accurately, how Guild Wars 2 references this. Oh man. And there's so much too. This world feels so big now that there's like a whole Char, Ebon Vanguard, Human, Ascalon. I do remember the Flame Legion being a thing here. So that connects to Guild Wars 2 quite a bit. There's the White Mantle, Kryda, stuff here. I don't know. Actually, I don't know how much we go into that. We do go into Shining Blade, though, I believe. And then, yeah, the Asurans and the Maguma area, Maguma Jungle. I don't think we ever come back here in the Guild Wars 1, though. But, yeah, a lot of out of the north is, like, here and, like, here. Here? Down here? I guess this is more Tarnished Coast. Like, this coasty area is called the Tarnished Coast. And the Maguma Jungle is actually, like, this area up here. I don't know how well this is showing up on the screen, but man, okay. This is kind of one aspect of like Guild Wars franchise I really like, the continuity of kind of all the things that's happening and the references. I feel like it's really well presented and very consistent overall. Maybe you can nitpick certain aspects of the story like I did with the Elder Dragons just now, but like as a whole it's like pretty consistent, especially if you compare it to like Genshin Impact, where the story just like they just randomly pull random terms and MacGuffins and whatnot out of their ass, it seems like, and it's like, it's a thing. Heavenly Principle, it's a thing, don't worry about it. Kuvaki energy, yeah, there's Kuvaki energy. What was a Natlin one? Phlogiston? Yeah, Phlogiston. Exclusive to Natlin. That's it. No one else, though. There's, like, never any, like, interesting applications to certain parts of the story. It's just, like, all the stories are kind of contained on its own, and it's, like... But you know this exists, this, like, aspect exists in this world, but it's just not being used in this other sense when it's, like, obvious you should kind of thing. That's the part of, like, Genshin Impact's story that I feel it's like a lot weaker in the setting, in the lore, in the world building compared to like Guild Wars franchise and the lore and setting in this area. But yeah, anyways, I've been rambling like crazy. I guess I'm just so like, I don't know, I've got put in a bit of excited and eager and imaginative lore like mode in my mind, and that it was actually distracted from actually playing the game, and I just want to talk about how excited I am about the game. Anyway, okay.
Who sent you?
You have proven yourself capable. The time draws near when you must help Jorai end this threat. To track the Norn Bear, you must first invoke this woke spirit. Speak to me again when you're ready to proceed. Okay. So yeah, for her, she gives you a side quest where you go out and I believe you just go around and kill like big bosses. But unlike older quests where it's just like go there, kill a boss and come back, these bosses are like tied into the Norn and about the hunting and the tracking and the aspects of Norn like culture. And I guess they're these guys here. You actually go find Corrin Wild Hunter, Mish Lady of the Lake. We saw her in Drakkar Lake just now. Nosferatu Earthbound. Nosferatu is the vampire, right? Nelfastu is what it's actually called. Earthbound, which is actually the spirit I was talking about, where the rabbits lead you. When we first zoned into, what's this place called? Drakkar Lake. Yeah, the rabbit. We zoned into here, so the rabbits would have led you here. And then, yeah, the next set would be like these guys, which is, I think, outside of Drakkar Lake. I think all three of these are in Drakkar Lake, but these three it's even further. Anyways, I'm ready to face a Norn Bear. Are you ready to face a Norn Bear? Yes, I am. Alright. Oh, hey, two beautiful big Norn ladies just walked toward us. Join Jorai and Sif. Get the Volfin blessing from the Shrine of the Wolves. Okay. So, unlike the campaign or the missions in the previous campaigns, I don't believe there's any like bonus or any objectives. You just need to do the main objective. And that's it. So it makes life a little bit easier for these kind of story instances, these story missions. So that's one aspect of this that I like. You don't have to think about the bonus as you play, but at the same time, you don't really have to think about the bonus as you play either, really. But I don't know. I think a lot of people will probably know that the bonus is there, and that kind of affects how you play the actual level, right? I think what they opted in for these kinds of missions type content was like just focus on the story, and then there's like a hard mode version. And that's it. If you really want challenging content and stuff, they actually just added there's like a bunch of dungeons kind of all around this world, and they kind of opted in for people to do that if they want challenging content instead of a challenging repeatable content, so they can kind of tune the challenge and the I don't know what you call it, like game mechanics and stuff to that, instead of having to kind of juggle whether you want something to be more story heavy or challenge heavy, which is, I don't know, I feel like was a good change. Because if you want the old like mission kind of content, you can always just go back. Right? The mission kind of repeatable content, you can just go back to the previous campaigns and play those. Okay, yeah, we're actually kind of struggling against these guys. Maybe nature's renewal would actually help quite a bit. Arrowblade daggers. If I remember correctly... Okay, they just tell you literally where to go, which is very nice. I think I'll just go this way. So I don't have to, like, I don't believe I need to look it up. Because the way missions worked in the past was you just get spawned into the mission area. You're given a mission, like, primary objective. And then you're just supposed to, like, go nuts, right? You can kind of do whatever you want. But they've changed it so that you actually just go... Oh, wait, no, I think this is still... We're not in the mission yet, right? This is just a quest to get to the actual mission area, maybe? Maybe when we actually get into the mission, it's still kind of spawns you into the instance, and you're kind of free to do whatever you want in terms of exploration. The exploration inside that instance. Ooh, a purple. Alright, Jotun. Smash, Skull Smasher. Oh, there's a stone wolf. Oh, why are they angry? Shrine of the Wolf Spirit. Wait, they're just randomly attacking the Jotun in there? They just become hostile? Invoke the Wolfen Blessing to receive the abilities of the Wolf Spirit. Oh no, we don't want to kill all these wolves. They did nothing wrong except attack us, I guess. Alright, what do they want me? Wolf is pleased! The Shrine of the Wolf Spirit imbues you with its aura. This magic does not provide the physical prowess we receive from Bear Spirit, but it will help us in this hunt. Invoke the power and then follow your nose. Okay. Wait, are we in the instance? I feel like we are in the instance for some reason. Yeah, this must be the mission instance, and we're getting this. You are being offered a temporary skill. Skill. Take on the aspects of the wolf. Your energy returns to maximum, and you will have -2 energy degeneration. You will have +90 maximum health and +3 health regeneration. Wolf attacks replace your skills. You gain energy every time you take or deal damage. Ends when your energy drops to 0. Okay. I guess I can get rid of this. Okay. Track down Swanir the Norn bear. I guess I have to become this, right? So I got a touch skill. I guess this their version of a melee skill. An enchantment that makes me move faster. Wolf in Bloodlust, a shout that makes everyone attack faster. And a stance that makes everything else recharge faster. So I think right now I need to be using this, and it'll tell me where to go, because it's like me invoking like a wolf's sense to find out which direction we're smelling. We're trying to track down the Norn bear by smelling him. We're actually losing energy like really quick. Am I going the right way? I need to go that way. This way. See, every time we activate this, it tells us where to go. Wait, I thought there was a path here. Maybe I was wrong. Or Norn. I guess we had to go around regardless. Okay, I gotta wait for this to recharge though. And I come back with no energy. Here. Across this bridge. Oh. Okay, I think both directions would have been a long walk, so. Because it makes us walk around and into the next cave area, looks like. Man, Sif is like ready to fight. Look at her. She's full bear form. She's like making Jorah like feel bad. She's like, oh, you have to use the Norn bear form? Are you making fun of me? Oh, can I actually fight with this? Let's fight with this. Hiya! 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 I think my necromancer skills is better. But this makes everyone attack fast. So if I had lots of rangers and warriors, this would be very good. Yeah! Oh, I'm getting like energy renewed every time I use this skill. Okay. Oh, am I going the wrong way now? Nope, I'm still going the right way. Just a little bit of a roundabout. Over the mine breaker. I might accidentally aggro these guys. Get him! Get him! I am wolf! Yeah! Yeah! Just spamming wolf. Wow. I don't think I'm actually doing much. It's my heroes that's doing a lot of the damage right now. Yes. Yes. We're getting close. Let's just deal with these guys. Yeah. Ouch. Goten smash. Irresistible. Toxicity. Toxic masculinity. Yeah, actually the little like icon that appears whenever I use that, like you're channeling wolf, that's pretty cool. Wait, you move 30% faster and deal 90 damage to adjacent targets? Like, when I'm moving, I do damage? Or when I use this skill? It's this corner here. I have come for you! Show yourself, brother! Oh, here I am! Haha! Stay on Swanir's trail. He books it again. So we continue to use the wolf scent tracking. Oh, okay, maybe I did go. I just need to do that. Like, I just need to go here and here earlier. I did go a roundabout way. I thought if I went this way, it would be like this. But there's a little exit there. Oops. I guess this is what happens when I don't actually look up how to get through the level like I did previously. Or like a prophecies and factions mission. Hey, I'm actually staying in this form quite a while. Lots of energy management there. I guess as long as I'm fighting and using this. Oh, I have to hit with that. Ah, I think I go out of this cave, right? Out of this world. Or is it like down here? It looks like it's out of this cave. Face your fate, Svanir. Your treacherous blood must flow to cleanse our family. Wait, did he just heal? It's like straight up? Well, I guess that's triggered so he can like escape. So it's out here? Okay. And Mystic Magic. Yeah. Oh, look at Jorah go. Let's attack the character she attacks. Oh, she goes for the little guys first. Yes, Jorah, go for it. She has a cool looking sword. I guess she has a alright looking shield. This button. So I'd go down here and around? Is that what they want me to do? Or do they want me to go back in? I'll just go down here and around. Wait, no, I can't actually go this way. It's blocked. Interesting. Okay, they want me to go back in then. Down here in this way, right? Oh no, I'm losing it. I'm losing the Wolfen. What do they even call this? Blessing. Oop. It sucks that when you turn back to normal, you lose like all your energy. Nice. E-Surge. E-Surge meta. Super OP. Sif, Shadow Hunter. She hunts shadows. Or she is a hunter inside the shadows. Okay, let's just go back a little bit. Yes. Yes. Excellent. Let's go back into Wolf. I think it should be just around this corner, right? Yeah! Visions of regret. I regret nothing! What does Visions of Regret do? It was an elite skill, so it must actually been like pretty damaging or whatever it was doing. I was just like ignoring it, so I could have been like just killing myself there, knowing Mesmer skills. Oh, there's a dead person here. Hello there. Are you the keeper of this shrine? Dang, that sucked. Slay Svanir, the Norn bear. He's my friend right now. Aw, look at him. He just wants to hang out. Oh, never mind. Something must have snapped in him. Maybe he realized he was hungry. It comes to this, brother. I have no choice. Oh, he talks. Swallow your pathetic excuses and pity. And your pity, sister. Your weakness will be your downfall. Forgive me, brother. This is for the best. The Norn bear. That's not how
Stand
bear
aside.
sounds like, is it?
I must finish this.
Jorah, he's defeated.
He is my brother. He is my responsibility.
Oh, she has facial expressions. Her, like, eyebrows are moving. Vec. Vec is just like, ugh, I don't want to look at that. I guess Ogden did that too, but it's funnier when Vec did it.
Jorah, you have my sympathy.
This was the only way it could end.
Whoa.
The curse is lifted. For both me and Svanir, I think.
Her bear self.
You have helped me. I shall help you.
Good. We need to unite the other Norn to fight the destroyers.
I fear my words will carry little weight. I have my brother's blood on my hands.
If you can't influence the Norn, then who can?
Olaf, the sevenfold son of Olaf, is esteemed by many. As for me, I must seek Egil, who tells tales by the flame, to fully redeem my family's name.
Olaf it is, then. I need to talk to a Norn leader.
Norn do not have leaders, dwarf. Only heroes.
Jorah, we can aid you and seek out allies. Let us help you with your burdens.
You have the spirit of a Norn, human.
I have
I am
what now?
proud to call you friend.
So yeah, instead of having like the 3 experts or whatever, you just complete it and get like the completion like flag. Which is nice. You don't have to worry about too much stuff. You can really focus just on the story. Which is something I actually prefer. Not having to think about like, oh, if I do it this way, I get the bonus and I don't have to come back to this later. Which I feel like when you're min-maxing your gameplay that way in a meta level, instead of like just focusing on one thing at a time, it kind of takes away from the gameplay, kind of, sometimes. Optional, go to Sif while I ask Sif for information on Olaf Olafsson and Egil Fireteller. Speak with Egil Fireteller in Jaga Moraine. Help Jorah regain her honor among the Norn. Blood washes blood. Speak with Olaf Olafsson in Olaf's stead. Help Ogden gain allies amongst the Norn. A gate too far. Okay, so this tells me... Oh, this is done too now. Yeah, the bonus is to complete it on hard mode. So yeah, this is just, I guess, the overall quest, main quest for this area. And the Curse of the Norn Bear, Blood Washes Blood, and A Gate Too Far are the, I'll open this up. Oh, they actually have Northern Allies down here. I guess they expected you to do the Ebon Vanguard stuff first. Because I think a lot of veterans would probably be most interested in this story, just to see how things have progressed between the Char and the Ascalonians. Because the moment we left, like, Ascalon, actually, it still kind of was tied to Ascalon when we were going through the Shiver Peaks. But the moment we left Prince Rurik, I guess, we haven't really heard back from the Ascalonians and the Char. We just kind of left all that behind us. So maybe when this game first came out, or this campaign, or this expansion first came out, a huge chunk of the player base would probably be most interested in this storyline. So yeah, anyway. Can I move this at all? Ooh, there's some animations to these pages. But yeah, I guess I can move this. Curse of the Norn Bear is here. Blood Washes Blood is probably the next one. And Gate Too Far is probably the next one. Unless this is Gate Too Far and this is Blood Washes Blood. But yeah, that's essentially the next 2 missions that we'll be coming across. But yeah, today I spent a lot of time rambling and not playing the game, unfortunately. And I already burned up the 2 hours that I said I was gonna try to keep these streams at. so, let's just talk to Sif and see what he has to say about what's to come.
Never anger a Norn.
I'm ready to face the Northern allies. I am Sif, great hunter of the North, slayer of 10... Oh wait, she always says that. I guess I asked her about Northern allies, is what she'll give us information about, right? Because there's an optional thing here. Northern allies. What do you want, human? Where can I find Olaf Olafsson? Olaf Olafsson can be found south of here in Olafstead. Okay.
Why are you here?
Where can I find Eagle Fireteller? Is it Eagle or Egil? Egil? Agil? Lives in the middle of Jaga Moraine, northwest of here. Okay, so does that mean I can pick which one I want to do? So this is kind of free as well then. I can either choose to do this first, find Eagle first, or find Olaf first in Olafstead. Interesting. So do I have Jorah now actually? I do have Jorah now. I guess we can get rid of one of our mesmers. For Jorah. Since I feel like having those two energy surge mesmers was a little bit on the rigged side. Yeah. But yeah, we have Jorah now. How does she look? Oh! This isn't what she was holding. No! This is like the generic stuff. Anyways, I guess I can... Maybe I'll just try to give her a build or something kind of off stream, since I felt kind of awkward giving Gwen a build at the beginning of this stream and not being kind of scrambling like, what am I gonna do? I don't want to spend too much time doing this. But yeah, we have they gave her like a pretty basic warrior swordsmanship build. It's like all the skills that you normally see in like pre-searing, except for maybe this and this. But yeah, we can probably give her like a, I don't know, a Dragon Slash. Maybe we can give her Dragon Slash. Where's Dragon Slash? Oh, here it is, Dragon Slash. Maybe we can give her Dragon Slash or 100 Blades or something. I know in the past I gave Koss just like Warrior's Endurance. I didn't actually give him like a specific weapons elite. But yeah, she's like a swords person, so technically speaking, you can just give her something else. But I think I'll just keep her as kind of what the story wants her to be. All right, so we can either in the next one, I guess. Maybe I'll try to do a better job, and then we can do both Jaga Moraine and I think Olafstad's like down here somewhere, right? Actually, I can just talk to her again and she'll reveal it, right?
Why are you here?
Where can I find Olaf? So down here. So yeah, I guess in the next stream, I'll do better about my rambling, and hopefully we'll be able to do this one, and then also come down here and do this one. Or maybe we should do this one first, and then do that one. I don't know. We'll have to see. I guess find out next time. I don't remember which one is which. Oh wait, it tells you Olaf Olafsson gets you Gate Too Far, and Eagle Fireteller gives you Blood Washes Blood. And just like how this one gave us the ability to use wolf abilities, I think these also gets you ability to use their corresponding Spirits of the Wild abilities, which is pretty interesting. And is she the person you talk to? No, she gives you oh my goodness, she gives you move like a dwarf? This is like an ability that's like in a lot of like meta builds. Maybe I should do that. Maybe I'll do that on stream too at some point, but it is just going out, finding the boss and killing it. It's just that it does tie into like their culture and stuff about hunting and stuff, which I feel like makes a lot more sense in this context than in previous iterations of this kind of quest, where it's just like, oh, I need 10 inscribed shards for reasons. Go out and kill a bunch of those guys and get their inscribed shards, please. Yeah, this makes a lot more sense because they're like hunters, right? So it's all about like who can kill the most dangerous prey. And it kind of builds your reputation and stuff when you do complete whatever she wants. Wait, this person has the same armor as me and the same haircut. Whoa! I found a twinsies here. That's kind of funny. She doesn't have the halo though. Maybe I'll go down here. We're kind of the same height. She decided to make her armor blue instead of red though. That's kind of funny. We have the same armor set and the same like color hair. I think the face is different though. That's a little bit of a coincidence. But anyway, I think this is all I have for you for today. I'm going to gonna end the stream now. I'm having a lot of fun, just like, I don't know. The Eye of the North is like a little different to me than the other 3 campaigns, because it's so like tied into Guild Wars 2, and of course like I know more Guild Wars 2 lore than I do Guild Wars 1 lore, so it's like sparking a lot of stuff in my mind, like a lot of neuron firing whenever I hear like Svanir being mentioned is actually like a thing, and the whole Norn culture thing and how it changes, and how like it actually has been forced out of the North in the future and stuff, and how all that like stuff happens. Oh man, so much cool stuff. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go now. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys in the next one. There's actually a few of you this time around. My concurrent viewer has been going up and down more than usual this time. Maybe because of the Reforged news, more and more people are interested in Guild Wars stuff. I don't know. If that's the case, that's pretty cool. But yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go now. Bye bye. I'll do the /wave. /wave. Oops. Somehow I messed that up as well. /wave. Bye bye.